Adding fields and placements. What are the placements? Here is the totem table. This is the calculation table in the tree. For now, it's not important. The point is that the calculation table is all placeholders. The first placement is header. It's right there, after the title. The next one after that is the pre-filter. It refers to the rows part. It is above the lowercase part, followed by the lowercase part. The fields here are organized into rows. So here I have 2 rows added. We can add a third. The next thing is a footer. This is the classic footer and the field in it. And this is the field in the footer, but it's attached to the column. This footer is a column footer. There can be 1 or more fields, and you can bind a field to all columns. Not all tables have all these placements. For example, a simple table has no footer, which means the footer and footers of the columns, and a temporary table has no prefilter. We'll learn all that later. It doesn't matter so much now. To add a field to the table, you need to click on Add Field. By default, they are added to the rows part. Let me enter the title here. The field is immediately assigned a name. It is generated automatically, and if we move the field to another placeholder, for example, we say what we want it to be in the header, we see that an automatic prefix is added to the name. There will be an H underscore here, which means header. If we say footer, there will be an F underscore. The filter will have an FL, but it is not necessary. For example, if you create a field in the rows part and then move it to the header, its name stays like this. The name of the field as well as the name of the tables is assigned at creation. You can't just change it later, because the other codes refer to it. There is a special mechanism for changing the name. Perhaps we'll explore it in the next videos. By default, if you don't change any settings, the field is of the type string. I'll click Save, and we'll see this field here in the rows part. The second way to add a field is to click on the drop-down menu and say, Add Field After. In this case, let's name it Field 10. In this case, the field is immediately added to the placement from which we chose it to be inserted. The fields in the table have a sequence. It's called sort. Everything on the horizontal line is sort. This field has sort 10. Here, when we insert, the next field is automatically offered with sort 20. Let's save it. Here it is sort 20. If we insert the field again after the first one, and call it field 11, we see that it too has sort 20. Here it will be inserted between, but when you save all the subsequent fields, here field 10 will be moved up 10 points to the right. If we click on Add Field and say Insert in the header, for example, let's call it field 12, then the field is inserted at the end of the placement by default. Save, and we'll see it right here. You can practice a little in your database on the demo server and move on to the next lesson.